Hello everyone! Welcome to Celestial Plans. My name is Crystal Cedar and today we're doing a spiritual elemental witchy pagan plan with me in my custom classic and mini happy planner in the 2022 WeMoon Datebook for the week of January 17th through January 23rd. This week I'm going to be trying out a different format where I'll still be using the timestamps, but I will be using the journaling and the crystals of the week in a different video separately, especially right now since we're in Mercury Retrograde. I'm going to be breaking up this plan with me into several different sections with timestamps to make it a little bit easier and hopefully keep these videos a little bit shorter. So I will be going over the moon phases of the week, daily transits and the ephemeris translations, daily elemental energies and color highlighting, where I break down the elemental math, what I call the elemental math part. I'm going to be doing a mini elemental summary box and then the elemental daily energies written into the actual WeMoon layout. So if you have your WeMoon Datebook, go ahead and turn to pages 38 and 39 to get started on this week. There's a lot going on this week. There's a lot of stuff already going on. So we have our pages, we have our translation page, and then I'm going to turn here where I keep my mini dashboard layout pages, and I'm going to grab one of those as well. Every week in the WeMoon has a different language. It's a mix of 4 different languages this year. Last week we did Bengali. This week we start all over again. This is about a month that I've been in the actual WeMoon layout, and we're going to Irish, Gaelic, and then next week we are going to be going into Spanish, and then the week after that is going to be Croatian. So I love languages and I'm a nerd, and so every week I have been actually researching them and learning how to pronounce them properly with the proper an accent that I can muster. And I just hadn't been doing this part in the previous 3 weeks because I was kind of nervous and just wanting to learn the flow. But now that it's been a month in the WeMoon, let's go ahead and learn these days of the week in Irish. So I was really lucky growing up here in San Francisco that there were actually a lot of Ulster Irish speaking folks, first generation, including a few elders that were in my coven that I kind of came into my craft with. And so they taught me the days of the week, or Leantha na Seachtaine, days of the week in Irish. And so it's kind of like a nice refresher because I'm really rusty in this too. So to say January, you say mi anar. So mi anar is January. And then Monday is Deluin. Tuesday is Demort. I have them phonetically here in case you want to cheat. On Wednesday is Decadine. Thursday is Derdine. Friday is Dahina. Saturday is Desahern. And then Sunday is Dedownig. Now I know I didn't pronounce that like super Ulster Irishy because I'm not that confident in speaking it, but my own ancestors come from County Cork, so this is as close as I can get to County Corkish, even though their accent is super crazy. But that is the days of the week in Irish. If I'll start here, what we're actually going to do first is we're going to be doing the moon phases of the week. So on Monday, the moon is going to be full in the afternoon. So 100% full is going to be at 3:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then right after that, the moon moves into Leo at 8:03 in the evening. And so I'm going to write it in 2 lines here. So I usually leave the last 2 lines to be related to the moon, and I write it in black. the moon will be in Leo. Did I just put Taurus there? I suck. Then the moon is going to be in Leo for Demort and Decading. Then Deardine, we have Leo moving into Virgo at 6:02 in the morning. Then Tahina, we have the moon in Virgo. Desahern, we have the moon in Virgo moving into the sign of Libra at 2:02 in the afternoon or 14:02 if you're fancy. And then Dedaunig, we have the moon in Libra. Okay, so those are the moon phases for the week with the times in Pacific Standard Time for the transits or the transitions. And then let's get back to the daily. The moon opposition Pluto. That's great. Then we've got the sun opposition the moon at the void of course, which is in the full moon. Right there. And then we've got the sun moving into then we've got the moon moving into Leo at 8:03. Okay, we've got that all covered. Then we've got Tuesday. We've got Mercury sextile Chiron. Then we have the actual Uranus turning direct. And Uranus is air element, so we'll do it in this color. Then the moon opposition Mercury. Then we have moon square Uranus, and then Pluto has an aphelion, which means that it's the farthest away from the sun. I'm gonna skip that. And then the moon opposition Saturn. And then we have the Pluto aphelion. So I just wrote Pluto aphelion 6:29 p.m. far to remind me that it's the furthest away from the sun, because I am crafting some items for clients right now, and I want to make sure that I'm aware of Pluto. I'm tracking Pluto and Chiron, so I write down the time for that. Wednesday, or decading, we have one major thing happening, and that is the sun moving into the sign of Aquarius at 6:39 or 18:39 if you fancy. And that's it. There's nothing else. Even though Aquarius is called the water bearer, its element is air. My coven elder used to say Aquarius. So not aqua, but Aquarius. Okay, then on Thursday, 13, we have the moon trine Mars. Double check, yep, that's Mars. And that's an avoid a course, which I have to kind of note down for myself. There was this void of course too that was happening on the full moon right there, but it's fine. The full moon energy is gonna kind of cancel everything out for me on that day. And then we have moon moving into the sign of, I always get confused, Virgo, right there. We're on Thursday. Boom. We already have that at 0602. And then we have the moon opposition Jupiter. Yep. At 1458. So this moon opposition Jupiter is because the moon will be in Virgo, which is Earth, and Jupiter is in its home sign of Pisces, or its favorite sign of Pisces right now, and Pisces is water. So that is Earth and water. Then we have the moon trine Venus? Moon trine Venus. It's 0519 in the morning. And then we have the moon opposition Neptune at 9:43 p.m. or 21:43. Then on the Saturn, we have moon trine Pluto. We've got the moon square Mars. Then we have the moon moving into the Virgo moon, moving into the sign of Libra, which we already have. And then we have the sun trine the moon, sun in Aquarius trine the moon in Libra, because they're both going to be air at 7:42 p.m. And we have the sun trine Mercury at 8:47 p.m. And then last but not least, the Downing, we have the sun conjunct Mercury. The moon square Venus. Then we have the moon trine Saturn. So that is what the ephemeris translation is for the week. with the black ink being for the moon, and the days that are highlighted, or the events that are highlighted, are the full moon in Cancer. That's going to be at 3:48 in the afternoon on Monday. We have Uranus turning direct in Aquarius at 07:20 in the morning. And then we also have the sun moving into Aquarius from Capricorn at 6:39 p.m. on Wednesday. Now we're going to do the elemental energy math part, where I'm going to highlight using earth, fire, air, and water to do the elemental breakdown. I can already tell you, like, spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of air elements going on this week. If you are super clever, or you've been practicing for a long time, awesome. All you have to do is highlight your elemental energies in these little teeny tiny glyphs. If you want to do elemental energy, most people don't even do that. They just kind of see every day if there's any kind of transits that affect them personally. Like, for example, the Uranus turning direct, they may just highlight that and then write down, pick up dry cleaning, prepare, altar after the full moon ceremony, and things like that. So it's really up to you how you want to use your date book. It would be like me telling you how to use your planner. I can't really do that because I don't really know what you're going to use it for. However, that's the only reason why I don't do the elemental energy breakdown in these little teeny tiny boxes. I learned longhand, and then I learned how to do the symbols beforehand. So the way that I was taught is write the symbols first and then write it out longhand, so that I would learn the symbols and also to the meanings. And for anyone who's watching that's a beginner, I feel like it's a nice way to kind of teach the protocols that I was taught, other than just kind of looking it up and then being like, okay, da 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 da. It's like, just know what ephemeris is and learn it, because it's handy. We've got the moon in Cancer trining with Neptune, and I forgot to write the time there, and that's going to be at in the morning, early morning, so 02:19. Okay, and then the moon opposition Pluto happens at 13:08. Alright, so this is water, and that is water, and this is water still, because it doesn't change to air until, or it doesn't turn to fire until 8 o'clock. And then Pluto is fire, water. So water, fire day. So that's a lot of air. It's a lot of air. Air, earth, fire. Air, fire, actually. Air, fire, earth. And I break that up by what the dominant elements are, like in ranking. And so the first element is air, obviously, and then fire for the moon being in Leo, and then earth in the little half bits of Mercury. Wednesday we have straight up air and fire, but mostly air again. So this may be a day that you'll be feeling the Mercury retrograde particularly much, or a lot of commotions may be happening with communications and computer stuff and cryptocurrency, possibly. Either these 2 days right there where the air is highest. Thursday, the moon is going to be moving into Virgo at 06. So we're going to say that the moon will still be fire there. And then by this time, the moon will be in Virgo. So the Virgo moon will be opposite the water Jupiter. And Jupiter is typically fire and earth. But in this case, Jupiter is water. So fire, earth and water. Then on Friday, we've got the moon in Virgo. And then we've got Uranus, which is air. Then we have moon trine Venus. Venus is earth and air. And then Neptune is water. So Neptune's actually in Aquarius. So that's actually water and air. And the reason I highlighted that and I did it this way is because Earth element is opposite air. So Earth and air. So on Saturday, the Virgo moon, Earth element, is going to be moving into Libra air element at 2:02 in the afternoon. The moon will still be in Virgo up until the void of course, so Earth. And then Pluto is fire, water. Then we've got Mars, which is fire. Then the Sun is in air, Aquarius. And it's going to trine the moon in Libra. And then the moon is going to trine Mercury. Mercury is air and earth. I'm going to say this energy actually for this day is going to be earth, fire, water. Which will be good because it'll kind of like burn off some of this excessive air element energy in the middle of the week. But it's still Mercury retrograde, so don't put it past the sun trine the moon at 7:42 in the evening if you're going out on Saturday night. And then Sunday, we've got the sun conjunct Mercury in Aquarius. Sun is in Aquarius. And Mercury is air, earth. Then the moon in Libra is going to square Venus, which is air, earth. Okay, so that is the elemental energy math portion. We've got water, fire, earth, air, fire, earth, air, earth, fire, water, and then air, earth. Now we're going to be doing the little summary box here, and then we're going to write it into the WeMoon pages. Alright, so that is the mini summary box on top of the mini dashboard layout. And now we're going to move it into the actual pages of the WeMoon Datebook. This is what it looks like in the WeMoon Datebook. On Monday, the Lewin, we have water, fire. To Mart, we have air, fire, earth. Decadine, we have air. Derdine, we have fire, earth, and air. Dehina, we have earth and air. The Sahern, we have earth, fire, water. And then the Daunig, we have air and earth. I did want to show you too that on page 39, which is right above Saturday and Sunday, there's a really nice forecast or year at a glance for those who are the sun sign of Aquarius, which is really nice. And yeah, it looks really cool. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please check out the other video where I'll be going over the Mercury Retrograde and Venus Retrograde journaling page, and also to the crystals of the week for this week, January 17th through the 23rd. May we all aspire to find energetic balance and connection to our own loving spirit and inner brightness today. Until next time, friends, in pause, please take care during this Mercury Retrograde. Bye-bye.